Alright. It is the Overwatch PlayStation Minor Tournament game. It is WeTheOpps versus Aspire. I'm not going to really be doing much commentating on the game, not any play-by-plays. What I will be doing is pointing out helpful hints, tips, kind of pointers for everybody who's watching. And advice for anybody who is currently in the game. Point out the good stuff that both teams did, point out the bad stuff that both teams did, point out stuff that both teams need to work on, etc., etc. Okay? Alright. On this side of Aspire, we have a 2-2-2 comp with the Hanzo Grav Dragon combo. We also have the Junkrat for a little bit of spam fire. And we have the standard Mercy and Lucio. For WeTheOpps, we have a standard 2-2-2 composition running the Moira and Lucio, running the Diva instead of the Zarya for the Grav Dragons combo, and we'll also be running the Soldier and the Hanzo as well. Both teams look fairly even, almost mirrored, except a few minor changes here and there. So I guess we'll go ahead and see how this works out. Alright. Here we have them all pushing up straight towards that left side here. They're going to push all the way around. They're going to keep one guy in mid just because of cover fire. They're more or less getting set up on the top here to try to be able to push. See the way they're positioned right now. Averty does get a pick on a jump shot. Kind of out of position there on his end. Good counter charge though. Hanzo on basically uncontested on this background here. You want to have somebody who can more or less push out damage or contest somebody like this. Crown Shadow with 2. I know it's looking fairly even with the down of 1 though. Oh, it's going to be a 2v4 with the D-Mech onto Diva. And it looks like it is going to be, looks like a very solid push by WeTheOpps here. Beautiful job. Just under 3 minutes remaining here. Switch is being made as well. They're going to drop the Lucio to go Moira, and they're going to drop the, I believe it was the Junkrat to go Pharah for the Pharmacy. They're going to keep everything they have on their side of the board of WeTheOpps, however. Crown Shadow, good pick. Very early pick. Diva was D-Mech, so it is a good stagger. They've got to stop what they're doing to wait. Hanzo having his dragons. And then WeTheOpps having a pretty healthy ult economy right now. Almost everybody has their ults ready to go. Some of them struggling on the other side, but due to minor switches here and there, not really much you can do about it. And jump shot throwing spam fire on the right side. The more or less going to go ahead and throw a coalescence out. Jump shot getting a pick onto Averty though. They're going to be down 5v6. Don't know why the coalescence was needed though. They were making a clean push with no contest on the left side. Diva Bomb comes out. It's going to grab 1 though. And the Shatter coming out as well. With the beat drop also. Rez comes out. Does get taken down though. 2's going to come out from Reinhardt here. Tapestry with 1. And more or less right now, they're going to have to take care of this Pharah with all the spam she's throwing out. Good Graviton, though. Gets to you, but no follow-up. Coalescence comes out. Good put. Good counter charge as well. Shatter coming out, only getting 1, though. No follow-up again. The Barrage comes out, getting 1, getting a D-Mech also. Reinhardt getting the D-Mech onto their Diva. Shatter coming out, only getting 1 though. And with how much healing she was getting, she was able to stay alive relatively well. My apologies about that. And it's looking like a pretty solid defense. They do give up 1 tick though, however, due to staggers, but Very good push on the side of WeTheOpps. Some ults weren't necessary earlier in the beginning engagement. That coalescence wasn't needed. They had a clean push onto that left side. But she did manage to get it back a couple times, so it was more well worth it in the end. Other team, a little bit. They were keeping up as much as they can. Good healing on that end, but the staggers were more or less what was killing them. So they had to give up that tick accordingly. Dragons are going to come out, split them, and diversify them right in down the middle. They're going to have 5 on that left side here. And the D-Mech is going to come onto that D.Va, more or less denying any, or more or less allowing extra damage to come in. Far getting a little bit of the contest from Hanzo. Good charge as well. Westy with the counter charge, and damn good also with the counter charge. Ali B getting one off of the coalescence here. The res is going to come out. Right now, jump shot looking very, very unhealthy, but does grab that mega in the end. This is such a tough map for angles too. Yikes. And right now you can see that Pharah waiting for that barrage to come out right as they sneak up mid. If they're knowing any better, she needs to be repositioned a little bit more to the inside. Yep, right about where she's standing, just in case they do push up that left side so they can catch them unsurprised. And you can see here that they're waiting for everybody, and that they're going to throw a bomb right into mid. But the thing is that it grabs too. Beautiful bomb placement smack dab in the center. D.Va bomb coming out as well, though. With the pharmacy coming out. V-Drop comes out, denying a lot of damage, and the shutdown by Miss Catastrophe. The dragons are going to come right down the middle. Shatter grabbing nothing, though. Kind of an unfortunate use. Not much you can do there in that kind of team fight. Lost Riot does take down Magic Man. D-Mech onto D.Va via Westy. Westy does take down Catastrophe, though. Very solid defense. Very solid defense. They're playing the angles well. The healers are doing what they need to do. More or less a very good job. WeTheOpps, they're doing what they can. They're not following up on the picks, though. They're making the picks. They're not aggroing off of the picks, however. Ali B already at 95 to another coalescence here. Skillmatic also at his coalescence as well. Ooh, and jump shot, very good starting pick onto the engagement. Not much he can do about it, though. Right now, they're going to go ahead and push into that left side. Ali B does take down their shield tank, though. Crown Shadow with one good. Shatter grabs two. And the D-Mech onto D.Va, but Lucio does get out alive, though. Just over 1 minute remaining. They've got 4 ults on the side of Aspire, and they've got at least 2, if not 3, for WeTheOpps. They've got more or less a dedicated push, and they've got 2 quick pushes left for them. And Anubis is relatively a tough map to try to be able to cap 2 points. It's more or less kind of just something you have to go off of momentum alone. So, and they realize they're going around to the left side again. They don't have the Shatter to shut it down. They're going to use the Dragons, though, to try to disperse the team. Crowned does get one. Jump Shot gets another. And that'll be one of their healers down versus the other. The D.Va Bomb comes out from both parties. And Lost Riot will get one, but Catastrophe will not get that one. Now 20 seconds on the clock. Jump Shot grabs one. D-Mech onto D.Va. They've gotta do something about the picks they're making. They're not really putting in a lot of damage to make the picks. So more or less unfortunate kind of staggers and kind of single pushes by 1 or 2 people. Beat Drop comes out, grabbing the Shatter grabs two. Try to press away from that. And the wow, Magic Man with the 3K tire despite the desperate effects. Beautiful job by him. Shatter grabs one. And the follow-up, make that a 2K via the barrage here. And that will be a solid 1-point hold by Aspire. Something to work on for WeTheOpps. Group up, stick together. Well, you guys are, from what I'm noticing, you guys are more, some of you guys are kind of out of position when you're not pushing together. You guys are getting caught in the back end. It's unfortunate, not much you can do, but I guess it's something to work on. Aspire, what is it? I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I probably will have something for the attacking side, though, however, because people tend to make a lot more mistakes on attack than defense. But both teams did relatively well with their healing, good coordination on the ultimates as well. Not too much ultimate usage. I know that time frames I don't really have an excuse for time frames, but for the most part, both teams did relatively well with their ult economies. Stragglers and kind of staggering like that is not good at all. So something to watch out for the remaining set. They will be running Aspire will be having the Hanzo. They will drop the Pharah to go ahead and play Reaper. They'll drop the Brigida, the Zarya to go Diva. They'll keep the Rhine. They will also keep the Mercy Moira. It looks like they're gonna go halt Hog for WeTheOpps, as well as they'll run the Widow for the kind of the back line, kind of long range zone control, and the Junkrat for the CC management. And they will also keep the Moira Mercy for defense. So against this kind of defense, positioning really does matter, because if you're caught in the wrong position, a well-placed hook can decide whether your team waits or whether your team advances. Just like that. Kind of a poorly placed hook. More or less dispersed. Almost had it, though. Right now, they're trying to keep the Mercy away from everybody with the D-Mech on the Diva on the point. And the Hog will hook the Mercy and take him out. The Mercy will get the res on the second healer, though. Averty does get the shutdown onto Crowned Shadow. Averty make that a 2k. Grabs also the DPS. Baby Diva make that a 3k. Averty grabbing 3 right before the shutdown. 3 minutes remaining. Let's see here. Well, it would be a good idea if I could suggest it. I don't think they care. But Skillmatic could use that tire to kind of give them a little more space to work with. It's 10 seconds of just basically I can do whatever I want unless you get shot at. No bueno. Another thing, the Orisa, a very good idea to do with that halt is throw it above the shield, more behind them, but a good kill onto Crowned Shadow and the D-Mech. Back to what I was saying. Orisa, whenever you are throwing your halt, you want to throw it above the shield and slightly more behind so you grab anybody behind the shield. Because if you grab the Reinhardt when Hog is trying to hook, there's going to be no point in doing so. But a very good ult management. Not too many ults used, just the tire and the Valkyrie to keep it a little bit more defensive. They still have the Coalescence, though. As well as the Supercharger. They're going to have walls in a moment along with the whole Hog. On the side of Aspire, they have their Death Blossom and the Coalescence, and they're well on their way to a Valkyrie and, I believe, Shatter and Dragons. See that? Ooh, tires coming out, good positioning. Grabs 2, though. Scale with another one as well. Make that 3. Reaper's up there by his lonesome. And right now there's an active bounty. Oh. Looks like just 2 of them will be sitting up there. 1.5 minutes on the clock remaining. Except I'm not hanging out in the trees. So, Magic Man does have the information on him that he knows that there are at least one. One is at least up there. But now is fully aware that there is another one there as well. So, good. Well-placed shot. Kind of keeping the Diva in check. But they are going to go ahead and reposition to the left side with 1 stagger out as well. Maybe it might prove well. Dragons are going to come out and split him right through mid to push him off the high ground here. Shatter's going to come out. Grabs 4. Beautiful. Grabs 4. And Avert does shut down the Coalescence there with the res as well. Death Blossom comes out, grabs one, Crowned with another. Valkyrie comes out. Coalescence, a little bit late to the party. Not much you can do, though. Just under 30 seconds was when they will cap it at about, I think, what, 27? 26? I don't know. But very good kind of aggro switch, kind of very good momentum switch as well. You use just the right amount of ult and the right amount of time due to time management, but not much they can do. They still have the Diva Bomb to begin an engagement. They just need to shut down the shields here. Oh, Westy will take one. Jump Shot will take another. Lost will take another one. Diva Bomb comes out. Kind of just disrupts the point. Ooh, and Westy will grab one. And Lost Riot will grab a Verdi, and it will be game. It will be Aspire 1-0 in this set. On the side of Aspire, kind of be careful where you're positioned in case the defense will run something like that again in the future. I'm not aware of your guys' schedule. I'm in the Pro League, and I don't really pay attention to much in the minors, so I do apologize. Your healers are doing relatively well, so hats off to them. And your coordination is really, really good. Really good. On the side of WeTheOpps, your staggers are kind of iffy on that from time to time. You guys seem to have a couple, one or two players more or less kind of sit off by themselves. Rather unfortunate. Not much you can do because you have to wait on the engagement. But your healers are also doing really well. Your coordination. Also work on follow-ups to several or a couple ultimates that you use. So there we go. All right, no subs on the side of WeTheOpps. And let me grab my charger. And for anyone who's watching, I apologize about the late time in which the match was supposed to start. It was supposed to start about maybe, I want to give or take about a half hour ago. Nope, 40 minutes ago. Yikes. Alrighty, we have 2 subs. We will have black one for Sweaty. And Andy for Ellie. Alrighty. And I need to look at the next map because the map switches are different compared to let's see. Compared to the OPT. So it is Eichenwald, next map. Alrighty. Alrighty then. Second map is Eichenwald. And right now Aspire is in the lead with 1 map up against WeTheOpps. This map is very, very good. A lot of kind of more or less open sight lines. very good corridors, very good hallways. It's actually a map that tends to favor both teams very evenly, just because of the changes that were made a little while ago. So we shall see what compositions they will be running momentarily.
Ready for battle.
All right. Excuse me. For the side of Aspire, they will be running the Hanzo Zarya combo along with the Pharah Pharmacy. They'll be running the Moira and the Reinhardt. Kind of staple, kind of good stuff. For WeTheOpps, they will be running the Reinhardt Roadhog. I expect to see a lot of punishes by the Roadhog to kind of pull people out of position. Oh, and also, actually, scratch that. They are running triple tank with Hanzo as the single DPS. Interesting. You don't really see triple tank a lot. Oh, and I see what they're doing. They're gonna try to disperse and disrupt the back or the entire composition here and just move them out of the way. Very good escape by Catastrophe. And you see that Westy is out of positions. What they're gonna try to go ahead and do is they're gonna try to punish him. Good punish. And Catastrophe will get demeched along with the no hook on the Roadhog, but Magic will take down Crown. They've still got one DPS in the air, however, so something to be careful about. Jump shot deadly, taking down a baby D.Va and Reinhardt and Hanzo taking out both healers. Not really much in terms of I can't even think of the word for it. My brain's fried. Ooh, good shatter. Grabs two, takes out one, but unfortunately the payload does cap how much they can do. Ooh, and I like the chase on that Catastrophe with the takedown onto jump shot. Good stagger as well. But Westy will be rezzed out of position though. In regards to that res, not the best idea, especially when you kind of have if you have a feeling that players will be near the body being rezzed because it makes an audio cue, don't res that, because it also creates a stagger which allows the enemy team to then push forward. And you see that there with your Reinhardt, or with their Reinhardt pushing forward with no assistance via the off tank except for healing. And you see, I like that. They've got at least one or two on the cart, and they're keeping everybody else in front. The D.Va bomb does come out, though. And Reinhardt will grab one. No, unfortunately, no takeout on the D.Va bomb. The Catastrophe will take down Crown, though. Jump shot will take down Magic, and Skill will take down Jump shot. The res coming onto Jump shot via the black one. Good boop, though. Deca does take down Westy via boop. Good job. Playing the angles he needed. Westy got a little bit too frisky wanted to get into the fight. I do appreciate his enthusiasm though, regardless. Good hook by Averty. Wow. Avery. Averty. Whatever. I apologize. Good hook though. The Dragons does come out right through mid. Kind of keeping them off the payload, allowing a little more space for the enemy team. Dragons do come out in mid as well, but Magic does grab two. And Averty does get a hook onto Andy and takes him right off the map. Catastrophe does take down one. Make that two. And it will be a solid push via WeTheOpps. And I like what Catastrophe's doing. When they're fully aware they don't have a hit scan to work with, she is using her mobility to her advantage. But what they are going to have to be careful about is the backline kind of barrage that comes out. But Magic's going to take him down, actually. Beautiful shot by him. Coalescence comes out to push the lane a little bit more. They don't have the Shattered online just yet, but they're going to try to make something happen here. All he's doing is waiting for the... Yep. Just a confirmation of the... Ooh, confirmation of the Shatter, and Catastrophe will get two off of the Shatter assist. And Magic does take down for a team wipe with a solid, kind of very momentum-driven push from WeTheOpps. A very solid change-up from the last map. They were coming in with the picks, or they weren't coming in with the picks. They weren't utilizing their ultimates to their advantage, and on Eichenwald, they are now showing that they can not only aggro off of the picks, but utilize their ults relatively well. I do appreciate the patience on the side of WeTheOpps' Shatter, because you don't generally most Rhine players will aggro it and try to shatter anyways, but he was waiting patiently for the barrier to drop to confirm a kill. Good on him. On the same token, though, Aspire did a very good job holding as much as they can. I will say, though, the entire composition did not need to move towards the point, because that's more or less what messed you guys up. You can keep about 3 or 4 people towards the main gate to contest people in front of you, but you need to have at least 1 or 2 people, preferably a DPS or a DPS and healer and such, behind you, so that way they can be able to take care of what is disrupting your back line. Other than that, you grouped up relatively well. Ult economy was very efficient, despite not having what you needed, such as your Zarya for your Gravitons. The ultimates were placed well, kind of dispersing and disrupting kind of the momentum that they were having. So, something to look out for. Here we go. Aspire is now up to bat for the attack. Positioned relatively well. Westy into the back line, pushing more or less, making his own way into the back line. Jump shot does take a pick onto Magic Man here. They're more or less good positioning, good reset, kind of backing up onto the point here. The charge is going to come out, grabbing nothing though. The black one will take down the Reinhardt as well. D-Mech onto D.Va via Andy Panda, and Blackout and Reinhardt will get to make that 3 with Crown Shadow taking 1, Magic Man taking another, and Westy will take down Magic. Very solid push again by Aspire. Both teams have had very solid pushes on this map. Then again, it is a relatively easy map to push once you understand what the team is doing and how they are going to play out. I will say by this Reinhardt here, don't play up too far. Kind of just play around the corner. Let them have a little more space to work with, because you don't want to more or less don't want to mess it up. As it's bound to happen where Rhines tend to over aggro, and they will be punished accordingly if the team does understand what's going on. Magic Man does get a pick onto Jump Shot. Magic take 2. So, good. Shatter grabs 2. Let's see if there's any follow-up, but a punish Shatter will follow. Grabs 3, but does get no follow-up. But Reinhardt will grab 2. Andy will take 1. Averty will take another, and the res onto the Reinhardt will be by Deka. And the D.Va bomb from both teams will be thrown, but Catastrophe will win out in the end, taking down Westy before he can remech. I don't think D.Va bombs were necessary, but we do have a Reaper Death Blossom grabbing one of the primary healers. Make that 2 with a off tank as well. Jump Shot is pushing, trying to get back with his team, but will be taken out right before he can get behind that Reinhardt barrier. Dragons will come out pushing right through middle, and more or less kind of dispersing the enemy team. Westy will get D-Mech in back line, but Skill will take down Westy. 4 minutes remaining on the clock here. And not really much going on, just kind of back and forth. Salt and pepper shaking. Shatter comes out, grabs nothing. Actually, grabs 1, but no follow-up. Crown will take down Catastrophe via the D-Mech by Jump Shot. Skillmatic will take down Lost Riot by the Tickle Orb. Or I don't care what it's called. It's the Tickle Orb to me because it hurts. And he is more or less getting pushed by the DPS here. Magic Man will take down the black one. And what they need to do right now is they need to more or less play up into the payload. Good ult, good backline ult here, kind of dispersing anything. Sometimes ults aren't for their intended use, like intentional killing. So you can just more or less cause the tension and kind of back everybody off. Right now it is a 4v5, actually a 4v6 with Skill taking down Lost Riot. Shatter coming out, grabbing 2 via the Shatter assist by Reinhardt. Beautiful job. 3 minutes on the clock here. Good punish by Westy, though, onto the hook. You get to see more of the trees than you do the action. I apologize. And Averty, you can see where he's positioned in case they go up way too far. Ooh, almost a max range hook onto that Ryan. Kind of an unfortunate miss. Nothing you can do. Reinhardt is going to do all he can to try to be able to hold on to his shatter. If he throws that fire strike right smack dab in the center of that, he's getting at least his ult. Definitely. And good pushback along with the dragons to more or less clear their lane. Really good job, actually. He uses Westy's whole hog to try to keep them off of the payload, whilst the Crown Shadow will throw his dragons right through mid to kind of clear it up. The black one will get 2, Lost Riot will get 1, and that will be a cap 2. On to the second point. Now they have 3.5 minutes to be able to push this third point. Kind of an easy way to do it because they do have 4 ults ready, but on the same token, they're gonna have 4 for or they have 4. Well, they have 3, but they'll have 4 for WeTheOpps. So patience. He definitely could have shattered that a lot earlier. Does grab 4. 1 follow-up, though, onto the kill here. Magic Man does take down Crown. Westy takes down another. Coalescence comes out to try to save the team. What they need to do right now is they need to more or less contest it a little bit. Yep, and that's what Catastrophe's going to go ahead and do, along with the Mercy pushing. And since they lost their main tank, they're going to go ahead and back up. A good idea by Aspire. You can see the Reaper trying to go around to the back line very carefully. Try to not cause attention to himself. I'm suspecting he will try to go primarily after the healers, but if not, he can just push in a lot of damage right before they push. Diva Bomb does come out to try to keep them in check. Grabs nothing with the dragons on the end of Aspire grabbing nothing. Death Blossom is going to come out. Whole Hog comes out. Death Blossom comes out, grabs 1. Beat Drop does come out as well. I don't think the Death Blossom was needed. I think it was just an afterthought. Jump Shot grabs 3, though. And with the black one grabbing 1, Crown Shadow grabbing another. And kind of just unfortunate as the Mercy as just tries to touch point. Nothing you can do. All right. On the side of Aspire, your ult economy, little bit frisky here and there from time to time. Not all the way terrible, just a little bit here and there from certain spots. Some ults weren't needed, some were needed. On the side of WeTheOpps, from what I noticed, I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I'm like more focusing on the attacking side than the defending side. But it will be down to one of those matches. So let's see here. And then we'll go ahead and have the Junkrat and Hanzo. Crown Shadow playing a very good Hanzo. As of late, Magic Man does switch from Hanzo to Junkrat. And they will be running the triple tank composition yet again. WeTheOpps for your offense or for your defense, kind of the staggers again was another issue. Again, not much you can do. You can prevent it via positioning, but I'm just throwing out tips. I'm not trying to get you guys to force you to do anything you don't want to do. But good disruption via both teams. Good ultimate usage. Not, like I said before, not all ults have their intended used fully. Sometimes you just want to disperse. It was kind of the thing with what Westy did with the whole hog and Crown Shadow throwing out the dragons. Magic Man does take down 1. And what would be a good idea, actually, as a matter of fact, is Magic Man does grab 2. It does grab another one. What would be a good idea on the side of Aspire to prevent the damage that's coming into them. And the tire already coming out. Not even 30, I don't even think a minute into the other side of the coin, but does grab 3, though. Wow. Kind of a beautiful start to this defense by WeTheOpps. Back to what I was saying, though. Aspire, what they can do is that if you're peeking what I'm looking at right now, they can go through that left room there and go all the way up and around. So that way they can just touch straight to point. They would have to drop a Moira to go Lucio. Try to push quickly. Westy will trade with Magic Man for Crown Shadow, but we'll get the res, though, as Westy does get the primary healer. Magic Man on a roll right now, but does get taken down by the black one, and the res will come onto the secondary healer here as Catastrophe will take down Jump Shot. Catastrophe more or less doing her job right now since they don't have any active hit scan players. She's using her mobility and momentum against them to take down the kind of just the superior target. Coalescence comes up via Skillmatic, kind of in a bind right now as the Valkyrie comes out and does grab. Or the Coalescence doesn't really do much of anything. The res will come out as well though. His crown will take down Deca, and Magic Man with 2 kills for his tire along with the D-Mech onto D.Va. And Jump Shot will take down Magic. Westy does take down Skill. Andy is just pushing a lot of damage into this team right now. And Catastrophe is just doing her job, making everybody angry with that, and will be a solid hold by WeTheOpps. I'm not going to critique that defense or offense because both teams did really well. They used their ultimates well. They positioned themselves relatively well. Good job onto Magic Man, though, for getting his ult quickly and using it when you... more or less when you wanted, because you seem to kind of just more or less take care of what you needed to do. Good job. But I guess we'll have to see for the offense for WeTheOpps. Will they grab this victory, or will it be a draw? And I also will have almost 4.5 minutes to be able to push this for 1 tick. They will be running the triple tank yet again with Junkrat, and they instead will run the Lucio and Moira. And on the side of Aspire, they will have the Halt Hog combo along with the Reaper and Hanzo. I will say it is a good pick because he's not currently aware of the situation at hand, but I will say, generally speaking, Reaper is a good counter if you have the right, more or less, coordination. Because just pushing through barriers and pushing through health bars, you're not really going to be doing much, especially if there's a Junkrat more or less trying to defend your tanks. So, but since he does have that previous information that they did run the triple tank, he is being wary, and so not much they can do. They're going to also more or less push right through mid. Good idea. This Magic Man will take down Crown, but Westy will take down Reinhardt. Ooh, and Jump Shot takes down both healers actually, and Catastrophe will be taken out of mech, and Andy is just tickling away. Jump Shot will take down Magic as well. Rez will come out by Lost Riot onto the black one to get them back into the fight. Good halt though by the black one, initiating the stagger onto Avery. Just over 3.5 minutes remaining. They're going to go ahead and group up. Good idea. Very good idea. But as I say that, Westy does grab the hook because Magic Man was a little too far onto the beak. So, and since they have a lot of time, they are going to wait, but a good pull from Westy. If you're going to peek a corner like that, Mr. Reinhardt, I would advise trying to keep your shit up throughout so hooks like that don't happen. Not your fault. And like I said, I'm going to say it again. If I come off as rude or aggressive, I do apologize. It's just simply to help you become a better player. Good hook by Westy, though. Good coalescence as well to push, and Westy will take down Reinhardt. Ooh, and a good hook onto Avery, and Westy is going to push a little bit. Tire's going to come out via Magic Mike. Does grab 3, though. This is what they need right now. See, and that's what they're going to go ahead and do, is they're going to go ahead and speed boost their way in. They got 3 of their little squishies down and both healers down as well. Diva Bomb comes out, kind of disrupting everything, and does get the pin onto Westy, and damn good will take down Jump Shot, and that will be a solid, with a little bit of a contest via the Mercy, and Jump Shot is rezzed again, but Avery will be taking down Lost Riot in the Valkyrie, with Catastrophe will take down Jordan, and Reinhardt will be taking down, I believe, the Reaper again, but it is WeTheOpps. Map 2, it will be 1-1 tie game. Both teams did a really good job from last game. I think they realized their mistakes, and they're saying, hey, we should fix this a little more. Some unfortunate things happened. Not much you can do about stuff like that. What a good tire by Magic Man. Um, so, overall, ult economy from this map, needs a little improvement, but I do understand due to time. If you don't have a lot of time, just throw your ults out, pray to God it kills somebody. Don't blame you. Positioning is another one, and staggers is another one for both teams because it's happened to both teams. So, and right now, like I said, I sound like I'm nitpicking, but I'm trying to make sure that I get as much information out as I can to help you guys be better. So, and like I said, if I come off as rude or disrespectful, I do apologize. I don't mean it. So, okay. And the third map will be Oasis. Something in common with us. We do have our third map as Oasis as well. Alrighty. Well, I may be wrong. Either that. Let me not do that. Okay. Avery. Yes, of course, my good sir. Alrighty. And somebody is going to use the restroom right now. So, I apologize about the wait. Alrighty. Excuse me. Map 3 is Oasis. It is 1-1 tie game.
Welcome to Oasis.
Okay. Oasis is a fun map. Most people aren't a fan of it, especially this instance, just because of how little the space is. But King of the Hill maps are usually always fun for me, so. I am expecting, I don't want to say this, but I am expecting goats at least one instance in this series, but I am hopeful that it doesn't happen. So,
Ready for battle.
and it looks like it will be 2-2-2 from both sides. It'll be kind of a pseudo dive from the side of WeTheOpps. Kind of the same thing a little bit from Aspire, but not by much. They do have kind of more or less stationary tanks to work with. However, WeTheOpps is more mobile.
5, 4, 3, 2,
So right now, 1-1 tie game on Oasis.
capture the objective.
2 Oasis. And more or less, Westy's going to go ahead and push right onto point. Kind of set the tone for this fight right now. Not much really going on, but pitter patter. But jump shot does take down Magic Man. 5v6. Westy does take down Skill. No impactful DPS right now as Crown will take down Deca. Crown takes down 2. Crown takes down 3. Beautiful job. Good reset of the tone here from the last match. And Deca will drop the Brigida to go Lucio. More or less kind of mirror the same compositions as Catastrophe does get pulled a little bit, but Skill will take down Ali. Good primary heal takedown. Tyre does come out via Skillmatic. Didn't even realize he had Tyre. D-Mech onto Diva by the Black One. Magic Man takes down Crown. Black One will take down Magic Man. The Whole Hog comes out from the Black One as well as Deca will take down Jump Shot. We'll take down Skillmatic via the Whole Hog. No hook, unfortunately. Primal does come out from Winston here. And the Tire's going to come out from Crown. And Winston does take down Data with the Primal Rage, and Crown will take down Aza. This Catastrophe will take down Westy. And the Pulse Bomb comes out grabbing nothing. Good kind of use of that shield though. Kind of keeping the Pulse Bomb within the confines of the barrier. Good job by him. Jump Shot takes down Magic. And Roadhog takes down 2 with Crown taking 1 and Westy taking another. And it will be a very quick recapture by Aspire. And Jump Shot is more in the back line. Very deep in this back line here. Kind of good escape plan. Looking very grim on health. Does good, very good hook. And Skill will take down Roadhog on the punish. Beat Drop comes out from Deca. Shatter comes out, grabs 3. Is there any follow-up? Make that 1. 1 follow-up. And the Diva Bomb coming out as well. Good kind of last minute reapply to the barrier. Faster will take down Westy. Ali does get the res onto Westy though. Tyre comes out, Crown with a 3k of his own. And a D-Mech. And the Black One will take down the D-Mech Diva with Junkrat more or less trying to jump his way in, and Lucio will jump in as well. Whole Hog comes out trying to keep everybody off the point. So kind of a good contest. He's not too overly committed to the point. He's just more or less dancing around it. Ooh. A good pin by Westy, getting a lot of his ult charge off of the Primal Winston here. Tyre does come out from Skill. He's going to try to shoot it from spawn. Praying to God it works. It might work. Does grab 1. And Winston will grab another. Jump Shot just more or less laying in easy damage onto Asa. The hook onto Winston will take down as well. Shatter comes out, grabs 2. The Diva will be pushed off of the point. They do need to try to find a way to punish the Reinhardt though. Ooh, and a good boop by Data, taking more or less pushing him into the Diva Bomb. His Catastrophe will grab 2. Jump Shot grabs Skill. Skill is being very, very crafty right now with how he's sneaking, but the Tickle Orb will take him down as Deca takes down Crowned. Wow. Very good survival from WeTheOpps. The staggers were coming out just at the right time, making it happen. Magic Man a little bit too deep. Does get out alive, though. And more or less right now what they need to do is they realize that they don't have the main tank right now. And Westy looking very unhealthy right now. Pushing into the backline catastrophe. We'll take down Westy. Rez coming out via Ali B. It does go down though by Deca. Both beat drops come out. Maintain the survivability of the compositions here. Westy more or less throwing a YOLO charge. Out to the back. Tire comes out via Crown Shadow, grabs one and the D-Mech onto Diva yet again. And Magic will take down two. Crown will retaliate and take him down as well. Recall comes out via Tracer. Asa does take down Crown. Another very good survival kind of, more or less survival instincts from WeTheOpps, trying to keep this point to themselves. Only having down 3 people, but now we'll have their full 6. Shatter comes out, grabs 2, does get the punish though. Asa takes down jump shot on that. Magic Man will grab 2 though. Kind of good, very good ultimate usage coming from both teams. Valkyrie comes out, does not get the res off though. It's a little necessary, but unfortunately when a Junkrat's spamming it, not much you can do. And it will be WeTheOpps coming down from a 99 to 23 cap percentage. Very good comeback. Very good comeback. I can see that WeTheOpps are in it to win it. Not really much from both teams that I have to be critical about. Both teams played really well. The staggers were coming in for both teams just right. They were contesting it correctly. They weren't trying to overly commit to the contest. So, all in all, very good job from both teams. Crowned will drop the Junkrat to go far because this is a more open instance of this map along with the pharmacy. They're going to keep the they're going to drop the Lucio on the side of Aspire and go Moira, but they will pretty much keep the same composition for WeTheOpps because they felt it worked really well on the comeback, and so they're going to keep it going. Gosh, this map is so awkward to spectate. There's a lot of angles that I can't really capture. Ooh, and good hook onto the black one nearby, onto Catastrophe. Winston Winston's grabbing a little bit of some juice there in the back. Westy grabs the kill onto Catastrophe. Magic Man grabs 2. Magic Man grabs 3. Magic Man grabs 4. Who knew that Reapers can counter Pharah? Just kidding. Oh, interesting pick here. They're going to drop the Junkrat to go Bastion. I like that idea. I like it. But if you are going to do that, you will need to be careful about your positioning and whether you will be dived upon. They don't have a lot of dive to work with, but they do have a lot of suppressive fire.
Where are my freezers at?
Sorry about that. It's a bit of an interruption. Father wanted some tweezers. Alrighty then. Looks like Aspire, amidst the interruption that I had, does take the point back. Diva Bomb's going to come out, throwing it right towards center stage. Does not get anything, though. But the Primal from Winston does take down Ali in the Valkyrie. Ooh, and Magic does take down Crown. Data's going to try to contest as much as he can for the point percentage here. Whoop. Alrighty. A very good recapture as well by WeTheOpps.
Time to eat.
Ooh, jump shot's going to take down Asa early on. I did make some switches, actually. Didn't realize they went Rhine Eva. That's what I get for not paying attention after getting interrupted. I like the way the Winston is dancing around this point a little bit. He's just dancing around, biding his time. And Primal's going to come out as well. A little bit more of the recontest. All Magic's trying to do is just grab some ult charge right now. But Crown will take down Magic though. And Westy will take down Skill via the Diva Bomb misplace. And Ryan will take down Deca. Ooh, a little too early on the draw there. Ooh, and Reinhardt will take down the Diva, as well as the Diva will take down Asa. Diva Bomb almost had it. Almost had it. I think I'm aware of the fact that you threw it a little farther back than you wanted to throw it from. Not much you can do. They're gonna go ahead and go on the underside. Oh. They have attention right now. Yep. Crown Shadow's going to take down Skill on the early stagger. Does grab one. A little bit more of a team ult, but then again, you want to more or less stop them from doing anything. So, good initiation by Winston here. Crown Shadow does take down Magic, though. Shatter comes out, grabs 3. Westy takes on another one. Westy takes on 2. I love how he was trying to go after more of the smaller targets for that tire, but with no recontest via WeTheOpps, Aspire will take the second section of Oasis.
1-1. Ready for battle.
Okay. They're keeping the same thing on the side of WeTheOpps, and they're gonna keep the same thing. They're gonna drop the Diva and actually go Roadhog for Aspire. Reaper will go ahead and reform up there. Magic commanding, laying down some suppressive fire. Jump shot takes down Asa early. Kind of down one primary healer. Jump shot takes down Magic. Ooh, good kill. Onto Skill. He already almost has his tire. Doing what Junkrats do best. Lay damage in wherever humanly possible. Jump shot does take down 2. Alrighty. Westy getting a little too frisky. Well, he's wanting Crown. Good evasiveness. Thought he was going to go down. Don't blame him. Jump shot takes down Magic. Skill takes down Alley, though. Tyre coming out. Doesn't know where it's coming from, though. Tyre does take down Crown. Like I said, I appreciate how he's just throwing his Tyre near smaller targets and not trying to go for kind of big plays. Little staggers like that can more or less decide the engagement of a team fight. Although there was no pushback onto the 2 kills that they had. So kind of a very, or not kind of, a very good defense by Aspire. Jump shot takes down Magic. We're seeing more far counters via Reaper. I can appreciate that. Ooh, and a good charge. Let's reset Reinhardt, though. Oh, very good pull. Oh, an unfortunate shatter usage. He does get booped into the air. Not much he can do. I know what he was trying to aim for. Kind of an unfortunate thing to happen. You can tell Westy isn't afraid. He doesn't care. Good hook. Westy takes down Asa. Jump shot does take down Skill. They need one push. One dedicated push is all they need to win the game. They've got the tire. They've got the shatter. They can just make something happen. 10 seconds rolling down. Crown does rip apart that barrier and takes down Ryan. Tire's going to come out, hoping that your players can recontest. Skills going after the smaller targets, as I've said. Does take down 2. Oh, good recontest by Miss Catastrophe. And the res onto Data comes from Alley. Data does pull out the Coalescence to try to push in any forthcoming damage. Dragons does come from spawn. Good shatter, though. Ooh. Beautiful defense by Aspire, and that will be 2-1 in favor of Aspire. We have one more game left. Or one more map left, my apologies. But, if... Can't even think of the words for it right now. If WeTheOpps does win the next map, we will be going into the tiebreaker map. So, something to look out for. Let's see, the next map will be Watchpoint Gibraltar. Wrong button. There we go. I hit the wrong button. Sorry about that. And right now I'm currently waiting for a good to go on the side of WeTheOpps. Alrighty. Map 4, it will be 2-1 in the favor of Aspire.
Arriving at Watchpoint Gibraltar. Starting match. Ready for battle.
Alrighty. And we are going to see the pharmacy again with Crowned on the Hanzo. They're going to run the Rhine and Diva. And Sweaty might not be at his controller at the moment, but... Ooh, interesting. They're going to be running the Ana Zenyatta with a Reaper and Widow with the Winston and Diva. A little bit of pseudo dive here and there. The only thing that Asa has in terms of mobility is the Wraith form, but that's more or less used as an escape measure. Good pressure by the Zen, trying to keep her out of the sight lines. And Asa does take down Jump Shot though. I like the positioning by Ana there, but does get taken out. And Crowned also takes down Magic. Make that a 2K. And being positioned on the high ground, it's easier for you to hit shots, and it's going to be harder for the Hanzo to hit you. But with that in mind, if you're going to be playing more far back, you want to play more at an even level to where the rest of your tanks are. Something behind the blue crate in the very back, or the far back, would be far preferable than much rather sitting on the high ground, more or less with easy access. Magic takes down Jump Shot, but Data will get the res. Westy takes Magic though, and Jump Shot does take down Reinhardt. Westy with 2 takes down Scale. Catastrophe will take down Data. I like what this Reinhardt's doing. Just throwing his Nerf this. Ooh. Ooh. The black one will take down Reinhardt. They do have walls though, however, with almost 2 minutes remaining on the clock. Magic is more or less trying to eye out for the supports. You can see that they're positioning themselves differently with the T-Mech onto Diva. Ooh, and a good shatter takedown. Good shutdown. But they will get the res off, and the black one will punish damn good for being out of position accordingly. Kind of just something you want to have happen. Magic Man takes the D-Mech onto Westy, and the Soldier Switch happens. Didn't even realize it. Jump Shot takes down Deca. D-Mech onto, or the Remech into Diva here. Yep. And they're biding their time. Letting them get a little more room to recontest the point. They want to play on a bit more even ground. I think I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to have Jump Shot play in the back a little bit. Kind of just walk around. Diva Bomb comes out. We'll grab Data, though. Yep, and Jump Shot is going to try to play the little sneaky deaky Pharah play right now. Good Transcendence usage. Ooh, Jump Shot will grab one, but Catastrophe will shut it down. Westy grabs Magic, and the black one will take 2. Shatter comes out, will definitely grab 1. And we'll also get a confirmed D-Mech onto Catastrophe. 30 seconds remaining. They've got something to work with here. They've got 3 ults. Death Blossom, Shatter, and Coalescence. He's going to go ahead and charge his way back to more or less play behind the payload. Oh. In regards to that, good Shatter, though, does grab 2 and takes down the black one with the D-Mech from skill via the Coalescence. The Reaper, not the best position to, not the best position to Death Blossom. When you want to do something like that, you want to get up behind them and more or less jump down like Assassin's Creed. Pretty much the equivalent of. And a good defense by Aspire. For this third map here, or fourth map, sorry, potentially. Positioning. The healers on the side of WeTheOpps and on the attack. Your positioning was okay. You had a couple moments where you were kind of not where you were supposed to be. That's really about it. Aspire, again, out of position, kind of. Your healers were in awkward positions. And I believe kind of just... well, trying to do a hero play also is not the best idea. Like I said, I don't try to sound rude. I'm just being critical of everybody to make you guys better. Shatter was not the best ideals kind of spot. It had a lot of people, but when you're pretty low like that and you have no confirmation of healing, you don't generally want to Shatter like that. You want to play much more defensively to try to be able to get a heal off. I did like what Crowned did, though. He threw the dragons out to try to keep them away from him, but the Reinhardt did try to go for the hero play and got punished accordingly. So... right now, this map will decide, well, will decide if WeTheOpps will be tying it up or Aspire will be taking the series. As of right now, the current scoreline is 2-1 in favor of Aspire, and Crown just gets a easy pick onto skill. I do like the positioning by this team, though. They're very grouped up, very together. Data does take down Magic for being out of position. Does try to go for the flashbang fan the hammer. Ooh, and Westy, they're more or less steamrolling right now. Aspire's just steamrolling their way through this. Westy with 1 charge kill onto both the Moira and will take down the Mercy as well. Aspire does not have a lot of, or Aspire has a lot of time to work with this, but WeTheOpps does not. And it will be a easy, solid 3-1 Aspire. Aspire will take the series 3-1. For both teams to work on currently is positioning and kind of just ult usage. Some ultimate usages were awkward at times and sometimes unnecessary. Trying to go for the hero plays don't really work out in your favor like most people would think. So, just something to work on. But both teams did a wonderful job. For MVP, I am going to have to give it on the side of WeTheOpps. I don't know if they do MVPs in the OPMT, but WeTheOpps' MVP will be Magic Man. His ability to not only flex, but deal damage accordingly, doing his job spectacularly. That's the reason why he got MVP for his team. On the side of Aspire will also be, it will be, what's his darned name? Crown Shadow. Crown Shadow also did a spectacular job with his DPS play. And more or less just came down to the mere moments where you would clutch and just made it work perfectly for him. So, beautiful job to both teams. Both teams played well. I know I commentated a little more towards the end. But both teams did a wonderful job. So, I'm trying to figure out something. All right. Well, I don't do the OPTMTs games very often. Make sure you guys, if you guys are watching from the Discord, check out Discord and hashtag self-promotion. And all of you have a wonderful rest of your evening.